The sales cycle is always a little tough. The industry in general, I think the technology changes help push some of that sales cycle faster than maybe the customers want that sales cycle, but I think in some cases they don't have a choice, right? Some of the products they're using may be going into life and to support, they need to make a decision sooner than later. So I think some of it industry helps, some of it I think just making the customer comfortable with the direction they're going. Cloud services is a big one, right? I mean, everyone's kind of been a little hesitant on some of the cloud pieces, but as they see the industry make more changes and as we make them more comfortable with that, I think that the cloud services stuff is continuing to move forward.
I don't know that there's anything we can do to accelerate the sales cycle, but what we can do is further support the sales people in their ability to close. So not relying on them entirely to close the deal. I believe that their job is to quarterback or marshal an opportunity forward and to qualify the opportunity and come back to the business and tell us what they think they need to move it forward. So again, whether that's they need someone in operations to articulate our value from a remote support perspective, or if they need the president of our company to come in and talk about our approach with theory of constraints. We allow them the opportunity to tell the business what they need to win an opportunity and not rely on them entirely to do it. I think it's somewhat unfair to expect that a salesperson will have all the answers, and I don't believe the market would respond well to that too, because salespeople in general, I think it takes a lot for them to build trust, and so we think it's important to give them the resources that they need to build that trust.
We find that same problem with a long sales cycle. And very hard sales cycle too, with the RFPs and justifications and what have you. So yes, we do get our foot in the door with smaller products, such as, again, we do web design and web hosting. We do now security audits. These are smaller products, easier to sell, easier to get our clients or prospective clients to understand what these are. Sometimes it's hard to explain what managed services is if the client has never had that type of a service before. But if you can lead off with demonstrating some websites we've designed, or hey, I can do your penetration audit, I can help you with your PCI compliance, that's a lot easier to get your foot in the door with those things.
I think first and foremost, if someone's looking for inexpensive IT services, we're not the right provider. And so that's one of the first big qualifiers. The second one is whether or not they're coachable. So if they're an organization that's willing to take some advice and do some things that we believe are right, it's no different than having a personal trainer. You know, are you willing to pay for a personal trainer and do what they say, or are you going to pay for it and then get mad at them when you don't get the results because you weren't doing the work? We don't want to work with organizations like that. We want to work with organizations who will listen to us, and I believe it's important for us to listen too. So not everything that we say is always right. We need to be we need to understand what's going on in the business, so it takes a little more investment on our part as well. But ultimately, it's about a team, and I think one of the things we say to organizations as we begin working with them, is this is no different than managing your own people. We need to have one-on-ones. You need to give us feedback on our performance, not telling us you're going to get fired if you don't do this right. Rather, here's how we improve, and we need to tell you what we need to do our jobs well. And sometimes that means investment in other tools. We do have,
obviously we fine-tuned this over 25 years, and we do have a regular sheet that we have, the marketing person and myself, when we do sales calls, to make sure we're not wasting each other's time. That's the most important thing. I think so many prospective clients, they get worried going into this industry looking for a new vendor or a vendor at all, because they're just not too sure of themselves, they're not too sure they can trust that vendor. And I think we come to them, again, with a proposal that's a win-win situation, that we're not trying to take advantage of them or not trying to push a certain product. That always works the best.
We have a combination because we offer a couple different flavors of our managed service platform, one of which is more of a premium where it's by user and it's unlimited remote support. The other one is more of a standard services, and it's designed for a customer that has some internal staff or a person that maybe front ends some of their technology support issues on a day-to-day basis, and we really supplement them, and that's more on a device base. So we have a model that's kind of both user-based and device-based, really to help with organizations that have an IT staff on board or a person, and organizations that don't have any dedicated internal IT staff. But as we go after larger customers, they're typically going to have some IT staff, and if we go in with the full managed platform, sometimes we can come across to them as being threatening to their internal staff, and they want to keep that staff because there's lots of knowledge there. So we'll try to supplement them more than look at replacing. And then smaller customers, it's more of they're looking for us to take that first role. So that's why we came up with both of those plans, because it is a little different for the size of client.
We charge a flat fee for the number of devices that we're going to support. And then we have a formula for how much time we think we're going to need to support an organization, and we review that with our clients regularly to ensure that there's never a winner or a loser, and that services are always priced appropriately for the service that we're delivering.